Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophia, pilot into the universe of Chinese. Today, I'm going to introduce teng, another category of plant in Chinese, and compare with cao and the tai, grass and moss. This teng, rattan, is way more complicated in how it's spelled. And I had to use a little bit of imagination of why teng, rattan, was expressed in such a complicated way. Okay, so first off, you notice this mid-history, which is about 100 AD, somebody summarized the dictionary, kind of pieced together the variations of writing of Chinese meanings and put them together. So it's a major etymology masterpiece written in 100 AD, around that time. And compared with that 2,000 years ago, this simplified Chinese versus the 2,000 years ago version, you see it's missing this slant symbol, because back then, whoever compiled this dictionary may not have all the characters noted down. So in later years, we have to kind of go back to find something similar enough to show how it was constructed back then. So in our mind, we have to piece together this whole piece, which is the bottom part of it, and plant symbol, which I describe them like double trident shape, which is upward pointing, sun facing symbol. That's a Chinese plant icon. Now, the difficult part of here. You see 1, 2, 3, 4. In that complicated frame, we have 4 components at least. In a contemporary Chinese, you couldn't really tell, right? And I couldn't imagine how everything is related. But in the ancient Chinese version, we can guess a little bit better, because here we can recognize, okay, this cone shape with 2 sparkles on the side, it's bonfire. So that's Chinese fire symbol. And the left side is a boat. It looks like a verticalized kayak. So it got the curve in there and this bow of the boat and the seatings. So it's a kind of a boat symbol in Chinese. Now the middle part, the symmetrical image, 3-finger hand symbol, and actually it's both left and right hand together reaching out. And Chinese is a first-person perspective language, meaning when you're facing this character, this 2D frame, you're kind of standing from first-person perspective, as if you're standing at the bottom of the frame. So this 2 hands, as if it's in a computer game, you're reaching your hand inside the frame that way. So you're double handling something. In Chinese, most of the characters, when it's involved hand motion, we just use right-handed symbol most of the time. So yeah, I seldom see a left hand by itself. It's either right hand by itself or double hands. So double hands sometimes signifies you really respect something. So you have to handle it with care. So you're double handling something. Out of respect, the second point of view is out of caution, because you're really using some fine hand motion that you need the dexterity of both hands. One hand is not enough. So this double hand, in this case, paired with fire and a boat, according to scholars, signifies the seam of the wood panels made of the boat. Okay, ancient boat making technology probably is the ancient comparable technology to today's rocket science, because that's going somewhere off the land, right? And you have to, it's a big piece of man-made object that serves a function that involves the safety of whoever on the boat. You cannot kill them by making a sinking boat, right? So boat making is a high tech back then. And we can imagine that we are going to handle with care, double hand. We're going to involve heating process so that the panels on the boat are going to be curved when heated, so that things are going to conform. No, I mean, the different panels of the wood are going to be tightly fit into one bolt piece so that the gap between wooden panels won't be large enough to make the boat sink, right? So it's a whole technology back then. I was able to see some of the boat of different cultures. And I mean, I'm not a boat expert, but I can see the craftsmanship and the technology, and through, I'm sure, generations of artisanship and, you know, ancient engineers of equivalent industrialized age engineers come up with the, you know, continuously improve the better design of boat making. So this boat making thing without the water sign in the middle, fire, boat, double hand, initially means the seam between the wood panels on the boat. Eventually, it becomes a human self-referral. So Chinese culture has multitudes of self-referral, nose pointing, and a roping, and number 5, kind of taking the middle road, kind of be balanced, and the double weaponry, holding in each hand as a warrior defender of your tribe. So there are many ways that Chinese language denote your self-referral icon. So this boat making thing was this human self-referral. Zhen, that's how it's pronounced. And when Qin Shi Huang, which is the first emperor in China that unifying the whole land, about like BC, I don't know, 200 or 500 BC, when he came into power, he monopolized this character, reserve it for his own use. Nobody else can call themselves Zhen anymore. That becomes the rulers. Only you're the ruler of the country, which means one guy at a time, that you can address yourself as Zhen. Okay, and why this boat gapping thing is Zhen? My guess is it signifies that we don't come in one piece. Humans are complicated being that we are pieced together by multiple panels, so to speak, right? I mean, our skeletal muscle skeletal structure in itself is multi-piece, and our thoughts definitely multi-dimensional, multi-pieces. So I guess this high tech back then, like a rocket science back then, probably is a human self-referral. Like we are that kind of advanced equipment of being that we are going to refer ourselves to this boat technology back then somehow. So that's, you know, how I make sense of this. So this should eventually used as a self-referral, but in this context, actually, when it pairs with water, it went back to its origin as the boat technology. That signifies the boat is going to surge when when you have water under it. Obviously, this means the boat technology is a success. It prevents water from leaking in. So that when the water is surrounding the boat is going to rise along with water. So eventually it becomes a water surging icon when it pairs with water. So now when it pairs with this trident looking thing, which I show you again from the moss character, just the top portion, then it becomes a rattan, because rattan is the type of a viney, you know, growing thing that cannot, most likely cannot stand on their own. They have to climb and wrap around on another structure so that it can grow upward. And this probably ancient language creator observe how rattan as a viney plant develop their territory over time, which is vertically from ground up on some sort of vertical surface, right? They climb up, and almost in a time lapse, if we view the plant in a time lapse recording, we'll see it's almost like the plant is a green color surge of this biopower going vertically, almost like a water splashing or surging, right? So it's like a plant surging. So this upward going swelling process paired with plant categorical nature, then together make rattan. And I think that's a good capture. It's a little bit windy that we have to unpack somehow to figure out why rattan is made of this boat signified water surging image paired with plant. So the most known Chinese expression involved rattan is 顺藤摸瓜. Teng and gua are two plant character. Teng is this vine thing, and gua is the melon. So the story goes, if you follow the vine, you're going to be able to find or be able to touch gua, the melon. So melon is result or mystery you try to solve. And when you 顺藤摸瓜, so it's like you investigate on something. If you hit on the right vein, and that clue is going to lead you, however zigzag that is, however, the viney thread, it's going to lead you to the conclusion, to the melon. That's the discovery. Okay, so that's rattan. And here's a piece of rattan furniture. I remember growing up in China, I saw many, many rattan furniture. So it's part of my, cultural, textural impression early on. So that's rattan. Teng. Thank you for your time. See you another day.